Hi everybody, old guy here. We were tooling around the area and happened to run across a Goodwill, so went screaming into the parking lot on two wheels because I'm cheap. And I hearkened myself over to the book bin and made a few selections. So let's see what I got. First of all is this monstrosity, a physics textbook, 13th edition. It would serve as a good armor plating for a tank. Now, obviously, I'm not going to read this thing. I'm nothing more than a trained ape, and I have no doubt that just the contents section alone will leave me baffled. So eventually it's, going to show up on textbooks.com or something like that. Although it's a physics textbook. I mean, it was obsolete the moment it was printed. See what else? Another reference book, the Little Brown Handbook. This is again a college text, but I'm going to keep this because I collect these writing style manuals, references, anything that provides guidance. I mean, I've got the Chicago Manual of Style and the Handbook of Technical Writing and all kinds of things like that. Not that I've learned anything from them, but it's always good to have these so I can find out how I screwed up. Let's see what else. Another gigantic book. I've never heard of this. It's called Trail of Hope. I mean, it's the story of the Anders Army, which I had no idea what that was, but boy, look at this thing. I mean, my goodness gracious. Color plates and great graphics and printing, and how can you resist? I will try and read this, but I figure this is going to take a while. In the Field, the Language of Vietnam. Now, what this is set up is sort of like a dictionary of military slang. And I probably already know most of these, but some of them are pretty specific to the Vietnam War. And I am a Vietnam vet, but I never went to Vietnam. So, good to see what I missed. Or maybe good to see what I missed. In keeping with that, the Cambodian campaign. Shh. We weren't supposed to be there. In keeping with the previous selection, German-American folklore. It's a book that's got like a lot of, songs and little poems and little recipes from the Germans, and, here I am at least hearkening back to my roots. And I need this actually for some stuff I'm writing about Germany in the 1930s. Now this kind of blew me away. This is part of the 5-foot bookshelf of the 5-foot shelf of books by the Harvard Classics. This is a 1961 54th printing of Adam Smith's the Wealth of Nations. Now, you just find the oddest things in places, don't you? I mean, like Larry McMurtry said, anything can be anywhere. Now, I doubt very seriously I'm ever going to read this because this has a reputation of being an almost baffling book to try and read. But hey, I might give it a shot. And now into some fiction. This is, I don't think you can read, it's called Soul Mountain. It is, according to the little award on it, winner of the Nobel Prize for Literature. I have never heard of this novel, but Gao Xingjian, apparently, Xingjian, I'm not pronouncing that properly, is the writer, and apparently it's about his fleeing of Beijing and escaping to the West. I may have that completely wrong, but it looked very intriguing, so I grabbed it up, and we'll see what it is. And finally, Tad Williams. I have never read Tad Williams. I hear the mixed reviews about whether anybody likes him or his series or not, but here is book one of something called Shadow March, Volume 1, and it was sitting there, and I said, okay, let me give this a try. And who knows, it might lead to the other books if I like it or not. That's it. Yes, kind of an odd, weird book haul. Blame it on Halloween. Out of here. See you later.